Hi everyone, my name's Kathy. Welcome to my frugality channel, Skint Living UK. This is another of my World War II series. Today I'm talking about fabric and fashion. As we all know, clothing and fabrics were rationed during the war. People were struggling to find what they called nice clothes. Apart from the fact that money was short, clothes themselves were rationed from 1941 and you could only buy clothing using a point system, and new clothes were stamped with what they called a utility mark. So this affected how clothing looked. So I've got a picture here, pre-war fashion, wartime fashion. So you can see before the war, the trousers are very voluminous. The sleeves were as well, and she's got a big sash at the bottom of her blouse. But during the war, everything was pared down. It was very tailored, very trim, neat, I think is probably the best way of describing it. And I think very stylish. I think World War II clothing is just absolutely beautiful. If you look at these suits that these women are wearing here, I mean, look at that. Sweet little hat, because people just don't wear hats anymore, do they? In the 80s, I used to wear a beret sometimes. And the suits were gorgeous. Look at the coat, and the jackets, all nipped in at the waist. Knee-high skirts with a kick sort of flare, opening, just lovely. Because fabric was scarce, people would make their own clothes, which is what people have always done up until that time and after. And they would utilise different fabrics from different places. So if you look here, all the trims, edges, panels were made from different fabric, because basically people had to make do with what they had, or as they said, make do and mend, because everything was so scarce. So we've sort of, I think we've come full circle and we've adopted that philosophy again, because even though we're not in wartime, the cost of living is stratospheric and the quality of everything is just rubbish. It's pants, and the prices are stratospheric as well. Corporate greed is just being allowed to run rampant, and people have realised we're all living in Barbie land. Life is fantastic in plastic, because everything, if you go to most shops now, it's polyester or man-made fabrics. It's hard to find things that are 100% cotton. So when I go thrifting, I look for items that are 100% cotton, or it's something that will probably end up in the landfill. And I think a lot of people are adopting the same philosophy. Through lack of cash, they're going thrifting, looking for bargains that they can find. But I like to go looking for things like linen, cotton, lamb's wool, cashmere, proper wool, because things were made better years ago. I know I sound like an old fart, but that's the reality of it. So when I come across something that I can adapt, change, or make into new, I will, hopefully at a cheap price. And you can't get better than free. I got a load of little kiddies' school skirts once the summer was over. The charity shop was giving away lots of clothes, and included in that were kiddies' school dresses. This is a pair of my old son's pyjama pants, so there's nothing better than free because you've got it already. A skirt I bought that I've been using for fabric to make me fabric boxes. So I process them into pieces of fabric and then I make things with them. And all the lovely embellishments and trims that came on them, all the interesting little bits like this, I will find a way of reusing them. And then after like this, I've started making a cushion with it. So that's my son's pyjama pants. These are all school dresses. This is a bit of tea towel. So the tea towel stained, and I kept washing it, got nowhere with it, and it was quite thin. It wasn't a very good tea towel. Now some tea towels aren't good at soaking up anything. So I cut out the clean bit and I've used it. This was from a man's shirt. So I will make this into a cushion, and this is a completed cushion that I've made. There's my cat come nosing. Hello, you come to say hello? You're so nosy. I know. Have I put stuff there? Let's move that. Okay. Yeah, I might put stuff on your spec. There we go. Okay. So I've made a cushion, and I've used these little daisies that I got. I got a packet of trim from the charity shop. A big raft of it, and should have been £3.50, but it was 20% off that day. So I either bought in a sale at a charity shop, I know. And I've also been doing some English paper piecing, where you make these little hexagons. I've used hexagons to make my pin cushion, and I've been making these English paper piecing flowers, and they'll get sewn together, and then I'm going to make a curtain like that. I'm going to make a curtain for my shoe rack that my cat is currently ensconced on. So I've made rafts of cushions out of denim, tablecloth. This one I put trim on. This is my new lovely cushion, so pleased with it. And I've just put denim on the back, an envelope, fastening, opening. English paper piecing using scraps of jeans. And these are from scraps left over from other projects. This is seams off jeans, and this is bits off a skirt and bits of denim. Cushion made from a skirt, so that gives you an idea of the sort of cushion I'm going to be making shortly. With this one, because my son's bedroom is going to be sort of like a Scottish theme with tartan and stags and things like that. So when I seen this skirt, I thought that's ideal to make into cushions. And I've got a broad jonglée blouse that I bought, and that'll be made into other things as well. I've had loads of little scraps of yarn left over from other projects, so I've been making granny squares, and they'll get all sewn together. My dog's making big noises because she's downstairs. So I've got a big bag of seams, as you can see, from jeans, seams and hems. That's why I made the cushion. And these are my scraps, and when I've got enough, I use that to stuff a cushion or whatever I'm making. So even this little tiny little bits don't get wasted. I've got an ottoman here, absolutely stuffed to the gunnels with fabric, and this is my wool trunk where all my wool, or people say yarn now, don't they? This is where all my yarn lives. So I love Lloyd loom. They were made from about the 1920s onwards. So I've got a trunk, my curvy ottoman. I've got a stool under my dressing table. I've got an Art Deco type wallpaper. I just love Art Deco, it's beautiful. And I've got a chair over there. This is my sewn box. I used to buy sewn boxes just for the contents, found interesting stuff, lots of buttons, wooden cotton reels. These are the proper shell buttons I've been collecting. These have a real shell. It's just whatever interesting things I can find, and then I'd sell on the box. I kept this one because A, it was big, and I just thought it was really pretty, and I didn't know till after, but it's a Cath Kidston one. I need to find another one, because like I've got an ice cream tub that I'm using as my actual workbox, where I stash my fabric and that by the bed, and these are all ready to be made into me English paper piecing flowers for me curtain that I'm making. So I've got them by the side of my bed, and if I've got like half an hour or an hour, I'll make a flower, because I'm slow, really slow. The other day I was talking about my Jane Shilton bag, because I was saying things were made better years ago. This is from the 1980s. You can see the crocodile fabric, leather. Oh, look at the leather there. It's beautiful, isn't it? This is 1980s, so this is like 40 odd years old, still going. This is one I bought in 2020 during the pandemic. I liked it because it's the mock croc trim and strap, but look at the difference in the quality. And so even since the pandemic, things have gone downhill. My son bought me this for my 50th. I've just recently looked at the buttons come off the pearls, but I've got them inside the bag there. This is from the 1950s, all hand sewn beads, pearls. It's just absolutely gorgeous. And he paid a fortune for that, and that was like 8 years ago. Little attention to detail, little mother of pearl pull. Just absolutely beautiful. So that's like 70 odd years old. Can you imagine modern stuff lasting that long? It just doesn't, does it? So there you go. These are all my endeavours, and this is my latest cushion. Really lovely. Turned out really well. Really pleased, and it's got my little daisies on. So I've got some wallpapering to do today with my £2 wallpaper that I bought from the charity shop. Lining paper, so I'm going to line the window wall today in the spare bedroom, which will become my son's bedroom. And I might put some wallpaper in the little bedside that I've been painting in blue. Hello, darling. Hello. So please like, share and subscribe, and let me know, do you adopt the make, do and mend philosophy, or the waste not, what not philosophy? There's lots of books out there and lots of videos on YouTube as well. And bye for now.